I made $5,000 by trading Tesla and only holding that trade for 5 minutes, and in this video I will be doing a complete breakdown of why I took this trade, including my live recording of that trade. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and before we start this video, a very happy new year. And unfortunately, I had a bad start to the year. Monday, that was 3rd of January, I was red for the day. I even posted my red day on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, go and follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box below. On 3rd of January, I was down around $3,100 within the first 1 hour of market open. But then I was able to catch a very good move on Tesla, recovering a bit of my losses, ending the day with $800 in the red, which was still a red day, but not that bad. Coming to 4th of January, within the first 1 hour of market open, I was up $1,300, but then I caught a really good move on Tesla with a very high risk to reward play, which I will be discussing in this video because I think this was a really good trade with A+ setup, A+ entry and A+ exit. So without any delays, let's now jump on to my game plan, my entries and exits, my live recording of the trade and my P&L for the day as well. But before we do that, please make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification because it helps out the channel a lot. This is my game plan for the day that I post every single market open day on our Discord group, and I was watching Tesla for the day because Tesla gapped up on good news because of the delivery numbers the prior day on Monday, that was 3rd of January. On 4th of January, I was watching it on my secondary list. I was not watching it as my primary stock because it's very extended on the daily chart and on the hourly chart. But to be honest, I was liking it towards the upside, but the trade I took on Tesla was towards the downside. That's why it's very important to have your trade idea set as a day trader, but it's also very important to adjust to the market conditions and don't be biased on a stock that is going to go towards the upside, because if we see a clean sell-off, you should be able to capitalize on that move as well. And that's the beauty of day trading, because you can make money both ways, whether the stock goes up or down. You just need to be on the right side of the trade. If you guys want to be part of our Discord group, this is the perfect time because I'm getting a lot of messages on my Instagram to do a new year sale, and that's what I'm doing. If you guys want to be part of our Discord group, you guys can use the coupon code down in the description box below to get 20% off for the next 3 months, and this coupon code is only valid for the next 1 week. So this is the perfect time to join our community, learn from me, learn from our members, because we won't be doing any more discounts for at least the next few months. Here's a daily chart of Tesla after the market is closed on 4th of January. And you guys can see we saw a big red candle on high volume. So people who chased it at the break of $11.99, $11.80 or maybe $1,200 towards the upside, expecting that Tesla is going to break all-time high, maybe gap up the next day, they all got stopped out and we saw a crazy push down with increase in volume, and that is the move I was able to capitalize on. Now here's the 5-minute chart of Tesla. I'm gonna break down the 5-minute chart and why I took this trade, then we will jump on to my trade recording. Right at the market open, we saw that buyer stepped up. They held this $11.80 level towards the downside. We saw a push towards the upside. I was able to catch this move from $11.95 to around $12.05, making around $2,000 on only 5 contracts on this trade, and that's why I was up $1,300 before my next trade that was towards the downside. So you guys can see the theme here. I was able to make money both ways. Earlier in the morning, I took calls on Tesla, making around $2,000. Later in the morning, I was able to catch a move towards the downside, making $5,000. When Tesla failed to hold about $1,200 level, we saw a sell-off in the market with the tech sector also selling off towards the downside. And then we saw Tesla, it made a flag pattern right here. It broke towards the downside, but this was not a really good flag pattern. If you see here, after this move down, it had a bearish move towards the downside from around $12.10 to a low of around $11.75. It made a new low of the day. It made a bear flag right here. This was a really good bear flag. This is a picture perfect bear flag, and originally I wanted to take it at the break of this flag, but I wasn't in front of my computer because after the first 1 hour of market open, I usually take 5 to 10 minutes of break, and you guys can see this move happened right around 10:30 a.m. I was on the voice chat with our Discord members on this day. I took a break for 5 minutes and I missed this move towards the downside. Now after missing this trade, I knew that people who chased it right at the top at the break of $1,200 $10 or maybe people who entered at the break of 1180 or 1190 the prior day, they are getting stopped out, because you can even look at the volume on the 5-minute chart. The volume keeps on increasing on the red candles. On the green candle, the volume is low. Here as well, the volume increased on the red candles. On the green candles, on the pullback, the volume is low. So now we broke down the daily chart and the 5-minute chart of Tesla. Let's now jump on to my entries and exits. Now here's the 1-minute chart of Tesla, and let's now draw our levels, because we had a push towards the downside. Then we had this level, this $1175 level, which was holding. Then we had a flag pattern right here, right? So we have the 1175 level. We made a new low of the day, had a quick flag pattern, but this flag pattern was not very good in my opinion, because I don't depend on very small pullbacks on the 1-minute chart. Then on the next push down right here, we saw a nice pullback, a bit of a pullback on the 5-minute chart. We also made a green candle on the 5 minutes, a bit higher time frame than the 1 minute. But if you focus on the price action right here, you guys can see this $1170 level is holding. So we are making kind of a triangle pattern right here. And this triangle is holding $1170, $1168 level towards the upside. So if I enter here at 1168 with a stop loss at 1170, and if I catch a move towards the downside, that was my trade idea. This is a very high risk to reward play, because I am only risking $2 on the stock price to go against me. And if I catch the break of 1155 or 1150, that's going to be a very good risk to reward, because I'm risking $2 on the stock price to catch a move that is more than $10. Now here's a recording of my trade on Tesla. As I mentioned, on the 5-minute chart, we saw a green candle on low volume. So this was a nice pullback. On the 1 minute, we can see that the $1170 is holding as resistance on the 1-minute chart. That's why when I saw that 1168 and 69 is holding on the level 2 on the time and sales, I placed my order to get filled. I got filled 1160 puts. I got filled 10 contracts at a fill price of 25.00. My stop loss on this trade is a break of 1170 towards the upside, and I was looking at the premiums. I had my eye out on the premiums, and around 1169, 1170, the premiums 1160 puts were going to $24. So I was risking around $1,000 with a potential profit target of the break of 1155 towards the downside on the stock price. After my entry on Tesla, I had a really good entry right here. You guys can see we are seeing a clean flush towards the downside. Even the market, QQQ and SPY was selling off at this point, so I was very confident with my trade. At the break of 1160, that was my first profit target, and then my ultimate profit target is the break of 1155. At the break of 1160, I will cover 5 contracts at a fill price of 28.75, which is already a very good risk to reward. That means I was risking $100 and I made $375 on 1 contract. We saw the break of 1157 as well. That's why I took another 2 contracts out at a fill price of 30.05. I'm just holding on to my contracts because my profit target is 1155. I'm pretty sure it's going to break 1155 because the market was also selling off at this point, and my profit target was 1155. So I will cover majority of my position at the break of 1155. I might hold 1 or 2 contracts, and if we see a pullback, or maybe if I see buying pressure on the time and sales, I will exit my whole position. At the break of 1155, we suddenly saw a big order on the time and sales, a lot of green on the time and sales. That's why I covered another 1 contract at a fill price of 31.50. When I saw that 1153 and $1154 level is holding, I just covered my whole position, and I covered my last 2 contracts at a fill price of 32.53 and 32.09, overall making around $5,000 on this trade. That was a return of 20% of my investment. Now if we look in terms of risk to reward, I was risking $1,000 on 10 contracts because my entry was right here on the pullback to 1168 with a stop loss at 1170. I was risking $2 on the stock price, and I caught around $13 move in my favor because I took my partials at the break of 1155. I was risking $1,000 and I made $5,000. That is a risk to reward of 1 to 5, which is pretty awesome. When everything was said and done, let's now take a look at my P&L. On my last trade on Tesla, I made $5,000, but prior to that, I was already up around $1,300 for the day. So that means I was already green for the day. I just risked a bit of my profits to make $5,000, which is pretty awesome because personally, I thought that that was a really good trade with the overall market going down. With Tesla, a lot of stop losses getting triggered. As I told you guys, the people who tried to chase it at the top at the break of 1200, they were getting stopped out, and we were getting high volume on the red candles, low volume on the green candles. So that looked like a very good opportunity for a scalp towards the downside. it. That's it guys, but before you go, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification because it helps out the channel a lot, and I'm releasing 2 to 3 new videos on day trading and my journey as a day trader every single week. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you follow me there because I post a lot of behind the scenes, my red days, my green days on Instagram as well. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching and I will see you guys in the next video.